Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Skandashri. So it's evening time here and I spontaneously decided to go and shoot a video. In fact, this is the first long video that I'm going to make, and the topic for today is a movie review. And the movie I'm going to talk about is the recent release, which has got a lot of attention, and as well as it's also, attention for both uh, the positive aspects as well as negative aspects, both the right and the wrong reasons. So, without further ado, let me just express my views and thoughts about the movie Animal that I recently got to watch. In fact, before watching the movie, I came across few reviews and I saw a lot of people, in fact, kind of making memes on, a certain scene in the movie, which has become quite popular. And especially the reviews had influence on me. I thought that the movie is totally a very negative movie, and it's going to be all about some kind of misogyny and violence and all of the very dark aspects. The whole movie I thought is about those dark aspects, and it is not kind of watchable, and it's extremely it's disappointing movie basically, and it would actually kind of put me off or kind of not make me feel good when I watch it. So that was my opinion formed after I kind of came across reviews of few people on Instagram and etc. But then I also saw few reviews and few videos where people have appreciated the kind of movie it is. Especially people have highlighted the acting done by the main protagonist. In fact, the main lead character, that is Ranbir, who's carried off his movie entirely on his shoulders, and he's given a very brilliant performance. So I decided to have an open mind, and I wanted to like judge it for myself. I wanted to find out the truth for myself and kind of form my own opinion and come to my own judgments rather than kind of listening to either uh, the either side, that is both the negative as well as positive side. So yes, I know for the fact, and we all know that movie has a big bearing and big influence on the minds, especially the younger minds. So yes, a movie can inspire someone to do like something really good, and also the negative aspects such as violence and all of the toxic masculinity and abuse against women, if shown and glorified in a movie, can also influence young minds to take that as their kind of, they tend to take it very seriously sometimes, not all of them, but at least partly, they feel that it is normal to kind of be that way, and to for a society to function that way. So yes, I do agree that movies have a great responsibility in shaping the thinking of the society, and also seeding the right kind of thoughts and reinforcing our belief system, changing our belief systems. So yeah, everything a movie has the power to do. Next, what I would like to say is, as I told you earlier, I went with an open mind. Although the title is not very pleasing, or it's not very so-called, it's not a very intellectual title, or it is not a very appeasing title. I decided to, as I said, I decided to go and find out for myself. So what I would like to say is, the character played by Ranbir is not purely negative, although it is a bit intense, and I would say a little eccentric and offbeat. So there are a very positive shades to the character as well. So in fact, the violence in this movie, there are certain scenes where the violence is intensely depicted. Otherwise, it's not purely about violence in this movie. Yes, those violent scenes could have been kind of, made less intense or kind of been very subtle. But then the director, it's the director's take, so he decided to add these in the movie. But I would say it is still bearable. Next, the topic on being insensitive to women and abusive to women. No, I disagree on that. So, a very healthy relationship has been portrayed between the protagonists, both the male and the female protagonists in the movie. In fact, the male protagonist, played by Ranbir, is kind of very caring and, in fact, very endearing and very protective towards women. That is something like, I think which should be like kind of acknowledged because what I saw, I am truthfully expressing that. And in fact, if I don't, I mean, I'm not going to give in too much details into the movie. As I told you, please go and watch it for yourself. So, what I would like to say is the relationship between the male and female has been showcased really well. It's a strong relationship, so both have equal say in relationship, and there's nowhere like where he abuses. In fact, there's one scene where the female in fact appreciates and kind of compliments that her spouse, her male partner, has taken care of her and her children so very well. In fact, he's been through all her pregnancies, and in fact, he's helped her with the deliveries, and he's been such an immense caring partner. So this she expresses to her parents, because you'll find out why. So yes, there is a very healthy portrayal of a relationship in this movie. And also, I would like to add and justify that this male character, or the main character of this movie, which is Ranbir, the parts I liked is he's also very protective towards his female siblings. Yes, I would like to say that the action taken by him in protecting or defending his female siblings is kind of, it's too exaggerated, or it's not relatable. To an extent, maybe like, somewhere someone might relate to it, but yeah, but the kind of sentiment and emotion that he has towards his younger siblings, that is female siblings, is so powerfully shown, and it's so, I would say, it's so heartfelt and it's so heartening, I would say. Like, he's so immensely protective about his own siblings and cares so much about his female siblings. And that as being the male child and also the brother, he takes complete responsibility, takes complete onus, and he thinks that he should protect his sisters. And yeah, of course, one of the main reasons why this whole movie is kind of, the whole story revolves around, is his sentiment, his attachment towards his father, the kind of relationship he carries with his father, and how, like, although people can call it, or even I felt so, call it as an obsession. So if you see it in a better light, I mean, even the director said that, like, to what extent he can go to actually, like, kind of be protective towards his father, and how he has idealized his father, and how, despite, I mean, all one more thing I would like to add, although he's idealized his father and has so much of love and affection to this father, the relationship is again kind of very rough, and it's not like, it's a very smooth relationship, and it's all a happy relationship. No, there are a lot of differences between the male character and the father, but despite that, he's so loyal to his father, and how, like, he goes all the way out, and he is ready to even sacrifice his life to actually ensure that his father is all like kind of secure and he's free from danger and all of that. So that is again a very, very beautiful, I would say, connect and a beautiful bonding that's been shown by Sandeep. So even in that imperfect relationship, he's brought out that emotion of like how loyal a child can be towards the parent who they idealize. So that is like something that I think was very, very positive in the movie. So these are the things, or these are the thoughts that or these are the opinions that I got to know. These are, in fact, uh, what I learned from the movie, the experiences or whatever that I got to um, just understand and express in front of you. So yes, what I would like to say is the movie is not negative and it's not completely gray or dark as everyone perceives it. In fact, I didn't bat an eyelid. I sat throughout the movie and I didn't feel like, getting up from my seat or didn't even feel bored for a minute because I was hooked to the storyline. Both the first half as well as the second half is beautifully crafted. The way he's, kind of carried out the movie sequentially, brought in the elements of the story in series, in parts, sequentially, one after the other. That becomes like such a, I would say, it's so logically created and it's so well crafted, I would say, and it's just not the story. You should go and experience cinema for just the love of cinema and try to understand like how the screenplay goes and what is the the whole psychology and the analogy behind making such a movie and the whole cinematic experience. And trust me, the music is also one of the highlights of the movie, or it's done a great job. The musical score is so amazing. It's just like an icing or a cherry on the top of the cake of the movie. It kind of enhances the whole uh, vibe of the movie, I would say. So yes, I think you people should kind of be open minded and go and have a very wonderful cinematic experience. Other than that, apart from the main lead, which is Ranbir and Rashmika, who have done a beautiful job, uh, the Anil Kapoor, yes, he's a seasoned actor. He is again very brilliant in his portrayal of character as the father, who's the main theme in the movie, and the story revolves around him. Bobby Deol has made a huge comeback uh, without using any words, just with his actions. He is so impressive, and you can literally feel the vibes of the character. He is living in that character. You can feel that. So yes, his entire look, how he's toned his body, made his body, and prepared his body for the role is so good. That shows his dedication. I loved his look absolutely, and yes, uh, his part is also good. Okay, coming to what I didn't like. Yes, I am not for this bloodshed and violence. I hate movies which show a lot of bloodshed and violence. Yes, I don't like this. And the second thing is there are yeah, I think those are the main scenes, and those are the main aspects which I didn't like. But otherwise, the entire, even if you talk about other, maybe you may find it negative, but I because it was necessary as a part of the plot of the movie, like bringing in the second heroine. Uh, Her name is Tripti Dimri. So bringing in all these second heroines, her name in the movie is Zoya, is was necessary as a plot of the movie. So, yeah, I never found it negative. And yes, everything, falls into place very beautifully. That's all I would like to say. So, go and Do not be biased, do not be prejudiced. Go and find it out for yourself. At least go and, have a cinematic experience. Ranbir's acting, oh my god, he is living in that character. It's such a raw and real portrayal. I would like to say, since I'm a Kannadiga here in Bangalore, I admire Yash a lot. I love his power pack performance and in all his movies, and especially KGF. I'm a big fan of KGF 1 and 2. And after this, I think I was totally mesmerized by Yash. And after this, I think recently, after watching Animal, I, kind of really flattered by the performance of Ranbir, because he has, given it all. He's done an amazing job. And for people who kind of criticize Rashmika that she's not good and she's always very monotonous and doesn't know acting, you people are, I think you people should kind of change your views, because Rashmika has also done a very good job here. She has put in all her efforts and tried to kind of emote and expressed with all the zeal. So yes, overall I would say it's a great work by the entire star cast, and yes, uh, all credit goes to the director Sandeep, and he's trying to bring in something like some kind of freshness to the Indian cinema industry, and I think you should go and get an experience of what it looks like. So these are my views. I know that I have not kind of scripted, or I've not been very smooth with eloquent with the conversation that I've had, or kind of expressed my views. I try to be that way. But for now, I would say a big thumbs up to Animal. Please go and watch it, at least for the cinematic experience. uh, Being South Indian here, not a big fan of Hindi movies. Yeah, I do watch Hindi movies. I've grown up watching Hindi movies, but of late, the quality had kind of depreciated. But with Animal and with a lot of other movies, I am sure that this has kind of raised the bar for the industry. And yes, everything is pan Indian now. So, hope to see more such good content coming up. And also, a very congratulations to the entire team, and also a very hearty congratulations to the director, Sandeep. Thank you for watching, and I would highly recommend you to go and watch Animal in your nearest theaters. Thank you. Bye.